Hello everyone, welcome back to the online classes by Condur Institution. In last class we were discussing about the solution chapter and I will remind you in 5 minutes what we taught in last class. So that is definition of the solutions we were discussing, that is a mixture of solute and the solvent, or you can tell that a homogeneous mixture of two or more than two substances is known as a solution. And a solute and the solvent we can define that. So the component which is present in lesser quantity is known as a solute, and the component which is present in larger quantity is known as a solvent. And component means the substance which make the solution is called as a component. And classification of solution also we were discussing, that is a classification based on the number of components, that is a binary solution, ternary solution and also quaternary solutions. And binary solution means the solution containing two components, one solute and another one is a solvent. And the ternary solution means what? The solution containing three components. So that type of a solution is called as a ternary solution. And quaternary solutions means the solution containing four components is known as a quaternary solution. And one more classification based on the nature of solvent, we were discussing that, and that is meaning aqueous solution. It means water is act as a solvent, and non-aqueous means none other than the water act as a solvent. Alcoholic solutions means alcohol is act as a solvent, and ethereal solution means ether is act as a solvent, and amalgam solutions means amalgam Hg with any metal is act as a solvent. And one more ammonia solutions, the liquid ammonia is act as a solvent. So and one more important classification we are discussing based on the physical state, that is solid solutions and liquid solutions, and one more is gaseous solutions. Again that can be divided here. Solid solutions means what it is, solid is act as a solvent, and the liquid may be the solid and the liquid and the gas. Liquid solutions means liquid is act as a solvent, the solute may be the solid, may be the liquid and may be the gas. And also gaseous solution means gas is act as a solvent, the solute may be the solid, may be the liquid and may be the gas. So respective examples also we were discussing in last class. In today's class we are discussing about the methods to express the concentration of the solution. Yes, methods to express the concentration of the solution. So before going to that, we need to know the meaning of concentration term. Concentration. What is the meaning of the concentration? Concentration means simply we can tell that how much amount of solute is present in particular amount of a solvent. That can be expressed the word concentration. It means the quantity of solute present in particular amount of a solvent can be termed as a concentration. It means what? How to define this one? The quantity of solute present in particular amount of solvent. So that is called as a concentration. It means how much amount of solute is present in a solvent, that can be termed as a concentration. So we have a standard solution also. We come across a standard solution and dilute solutions. And one more is the concentrated solution. So what is the meaning of the standard solution? Standard solution means the solution concentration is already known. So that type of a concentration is called as a solution is called as a standard solution. It means we already know the concentration of the solution. In the first few practical, we already know the standard solutions. One we had given a standard solution, another unknown solution we had given. We have calculated the molarity of another solution using the standard solution. It means already concentration of the solution is known. That type of a solution is called as a standard solution. So dilute solution means, dilution means what? Addition of water. It means, so in solution which contains a less amount of a solute, the solution which contains less amount of solute. As we already know that a solution means a solute plus a solvent will be there. Solute plus a solvent. So that is called as a solution. Here the dilute solution means after the addition of water, the less quantity of solute will be present and more quantity of solvent will be present. Such type of solutions are termed as a dilute solutions we will call. So concentrated solution means in solution in which the more amount of solute will be there, and less amount of solvent will be there. So that is a compared to this one we are telling that these are relative each other. So if it is, for example, you can take the 2 gram of solute is present in 100 ml of solvent. 2 gram of solute is present in 100 ml of solvent. Here the dilute solution means a less amount of solute and more amount of solvent will be there. For example, here you can take 20 gram of solute is present in 100 ml of solvent. 20 gram of solute is 100 ml of solution. With respect to this one, this is called as a concentrated solution because more amount of a solute will be there. This respect to this one is called as a dilute solution because a less amount of a solute will be there. This is about the standard solution and dilute solution and the concentrated solution. Standard solution means the concentration of the solution is or known concentrated solution is called as a standard solution. This is the meaning of a standard solution, dilute solution and the concentrated solution. There are many methods to express the concentration of the solution. So those are percentage will be there and ppm will be there and molarity and molality and normality and mole fraction. These are the many methods to express the concentration of a solute in the solvent. So now, first one we will discuss about that. Among that, first one is what? Percentage, and the second one is ppm, and third one is molarity, fourth one is molality, and the fifth one is mole fraction, and sixth one is normality, and one more formality is also there. So that is these are the methods to express the concentration of the solutions. So now we will discuss about the first method to express the concentration of the solution, that is the percentage. Before going to that, we need to give some notations to the solvent and solute to avoid the confusion. So now solution means what? As we already know that solution means it is a mixture of solute and solvent. So now, this solvent is taken as the first component, solute is taken as a second component, or you can write this one as solvent and solute. So now we can give the notation. This solvent is taken as first component and the solute is taken as a second component. So now weight of a solvent is W1 and mass of a solvent is Mn. That is the molar mass of a solvent is M1, and weight of a solute is W2, so that molar mass of a solute is M2. This one refers to the what? Solvent here. This two refers to the solute. So In order to calculate the molarity or number of moles, it will help these notations there. So now we'll come to the point, the first method, that is a percentage. In order to calculate the concentration of the solute in the solvent, so percentage is very helpful. In this case, we have three different methods to calculate the percentage. One is mass percentage, that is denoted by W by W, this notation. So W by W means here this refers to the solute, this refers to the solution. This is the solute taken in weight and the solvent is also taken in a weight. Both are taken in a weight, that is a mass percentage. How to define this one? The mass of component R solute, the mass of component R solute present in present in 100 grams of solution or solvent. 100 grams of solution or solvent. Here the solute is taken in gram and solvent is also taken in a gram. Total mass of the solution should be 100 gram, including what? Solute. So how to calculate the percentage of this one? Mass percentage of component is equal to, so very simple, so that is mass, so you have to write the numerator mass divided by denominator mass. So now mass of solute or component, mass of component divided by total mass of solution. If you want to calculate the percentage, we have to multiply by 100. So this is the formula to calculate the mass of component, that is W by WA. So example you can take. So example, 10% of sodium chloride in water. So 10% of W by W. So in case of numerical or the problems, they will give 10% of W by W in water. What it means? This refers to the solute. So solute is taken in gram and the solvent is also taken in a gram. That is 10 gram of solute is present in 90 gram of solvent. Total solution should be how much? 100 gram. So total solution should be 100 gram. That is, one is a solute, another one is a solvent. Now this 10 refers to the solute. Solute is taken in gram. 10 gram of solute dissolved in 90 gram of solvent to make the 100 gram of solution. Total solution should be 100. Out of that 100, 10 gram solute and 90 gram of solvent. So this is the meaning of what it is, mass percentage of the component. Next method is mass volume percentage. Second one is mass volume percentage. That can be denoted W by V. So this numerator refers to the solute and denominator refers to the solution. So now here the solute is taken in weight or mass and the solvent is in terms of volume we have to take. How to define this one? So the mass of component or solute, the mass of component present in 100 ml of solution or solvent. 100 ml of solution. So here the solvent is taken in volume and the solute is taken in terms of gram. That is a mass percentage of component is equal to, how to define, how to write this one. So this is in terms of mass. You can write the mass here, divided by solution taken in volume, solvent. So now mass of component and total volume of solution. If you want the percentage, we have to multiply by 100. So this is a formula to calculate the what? Mass volume percentage of a component. So now example, you can take 10% of glucose, that is W by V, in water. What it means? Solute is taken in gram and solution is taken in volume, or solvent is taken in volume. It means total solution should be how much? 100 ml. Total solution should be 100 ml. So now it is solute is how much? Solute and solvent. Solute is in terms of this 10 refers to the solute, 10 gram of solute dissolved in 90 ml of solvent to make the 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution. 110 plus 90 is equal to 100 ml. This is the meaning of mass volume percentage. So next, third one, we will moving towards the volume percentage. Third one is volume percentage. That is denoted by V by V, volume by volume. Solute is taken in volume and also solvent is taken in a volume. So now how to define this one? The volume of solute or component, the volume of solute or component present in 100 ml of solution. Both the solute and the solvent is taken in a volume only. So that is a volume by volume. So how to calculate the percentage of this one? Volume percentage of component. Component is equal to both the side we have to write the volume divided by volume. So volume of what? One component, that is solute. Volume of component divided by total volume of the solution. Total volume of solution. If you want the percentage, we have to multiply by the 100. This is a formula to calculate the volume percentage of the component. Example for this one is, you can take the 5 ml of ethyl alcohol. You can take 5 ml of ethyl alcohol, that is V by V, volume by volume. It means what? 5 ml of ethyl alcohol present in water. So that is total solution should be what? 100 ml. Among that solute is, so this refers to the 5 ml. Solute is 5 ml and the solvent is 95 ml. So solute is 5 ml, 95 plus 5, 100. So total volume of the solution should be 100. That is a 5 plus 95. This is a one more method to calculate the percentage, that is a volume percentage. Second methods to express the concentration of the solution is ppm, physical method. So that is a parts per million. The name itself tells that it is a 1 part in 1 million. 1 part in 1 million. That is the meaning of parts per million. Where we are using this one? So very minute quantity of solute is present in the solvent. In such cases, we are using the method like a ppm. For example, you can take to express the hardness of the water, so that is very minute. Hardness of the water can be expressed in terms of ppm, and decay of 2 that is can be expressed in terms of ppm. Or you can take the one more examples regarding this one is dissolved oxygen present in the seawater. Very minute quantity of or very less quantity of solute is present, that is in a seawater, that can be expressed in terms of ppm. ppm is used for the what purpose? So very minute or the less quantity of solute is present in the solvent. In such cases, we are using the parts per million. What is the meaning of the parts per million? That is the number of parts of the component present in 1 million parts of the solution. So it means this is the 1 part in million. That is the meaning of a ppm. So ppm is equal to, so number of parts of component divided by total number of parts of solution. 1 million means 10 raised to 6, we have to multiply by 10 raised to 6. Or you can take the number of solute in grams present in 10 raised to 6 grams of solvent or the solution. That can be called as a parts per million. So now, for example, you can take the 5.8 gram of dissolved oxygen is present in seawater. So it means very less quantity of oxygen dissolved in the seawater, that can be expressed in terms of parts per million. You can express the hardness of the water also, and also you can write the one more example, decay of tooth can be expressed in terms of ppm. This is a one more physical methods to express the concentration of the solute present in the solvent. So next one, the chemical method, that is the molality and mole fraction and normality. Now we will discuss that one. So in chemical method, the first one is very important concentration term, that is a molarity. In chemical method, third one is molarity, denoted by the capital M. This is the quantitative method. As we already know this molarity in first year lab, we already discussed about the molarity, and we already calculate the unknown solution molarity. What is the meaning of the molarity? Here the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of a solution. Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of a solution. Here the solute is taken in a number of moles. For example, you can take this is 1 liter of solution. So solute is taken in number of moles. Number of moles dissolved are present in 1 liter of a solution. So if you make the 1 molarity solution, so you have to add the number of moles of solute in terms of number of moles. So make it 1 liter. So that is a 1 liter of water you can add. So that is, if it is 1 liter means this much. This is called as 1 molarity of solution. How to define this one? The number of moles of solute, dissolved or present in 1 liter of solution or solid. This is the definition of the molarity. The number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of a solution. That is, molarity is equal to molarity capital M denoted by, so that is number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute to the volume of the solution in liter. Volume of the solution in liter. So now capital M is equal to number of moles of solute can be written as 2. 2 refers to the what? Notation regarding the solute. N2 number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solution in liter. So this is a formula to calculate the molarity. This can be modified as molarity is equal to, so now if you want to take in ml, number of moles of solute, volume of the solution is taken in ml, you have to multiply by the 1000. N2 is equal to what? Number of moles of solute. How to calculate this one? Number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute is equal to N2, number of moles of solute is equal to weight of solute divided by molar mass of solute. So if you divide this one, weight of solute divided by molar mass of solute, we get the number of moles of solute. So now we can, N2 is equal to, I will write here, M is equal to, N2 means W2 weight of solute divided by molar mass of solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml. This is the formula to calculate the what? Molarity of the solution. So W2 divided by M2 into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml. N2 means what? Number of moles of solute. 2 refers to the solute, 1 refers to the solvent. Number of moles of solute is equal to weight of solute divided by molar mass of a solute. That will give the number of moles of a solute. So now this is the meaning of molarity, very important term. The number of moles of solute present in the 1 liter of a solution. So what is the unit of the molarity? Solute is taken in number of moles and solvent is taken in a liter. That is unit of molarity. Unit. So moles, number of moles of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Simply you can write mole per liter. Mole per liter. So this is the unit for the what? Molarity. So very important point regarding the molarity, you can remember molarity is dependent on temperature if the volume of the solution is involved. Molarity is dependent on temperature if volume of the solution is involved. Volume of the solution is involved. So that is, you can write that. So using the molarity formula, molarity is equal to it is inversely proportional to the volume, and volume is directly proportional to the temperature. It means molarity is inversely proportional to the temperature. Very important formula is molarity is inversely proportional to the volume. Now we can from the formula we can define that number of moles dissolved in per liter of the solution. It means molarity is inversely proportional to the volume and the volume is directly proportional to the temperature. Here the volume of the water molecule expand if the temperature is increases. So it is directly proportional to each other, and molarity is inversely proportional to the temperature. This is an important point regarding molarity, you can remember. So this is about the one method to express the molar concentration of the solute present in the solution, that is the molarity. So now we will discuss the another formula in case of dilution and in case of non-reacting substances and reacting substances. So one more formula from the molarity. So if they given a density of the solution, M is equal to 10 D, or you can write the definition, heading molarity and density. In some numerical they had given a density. In such cases we have to use the formula molarity is equal to 10 dx divided by m2. Here d is the density and x is the mass percentage of solute and m2 is the molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute. So this is the one more formula, molarity versus density. And regarding this one more you can take dilution. Dilution means what? Addition of water to the solution. For example, you can take the one solution, you can take solvent, water will be there. This molarity is already known, standard solution, say 1 molarity, and volume of the solution is 1 molarity, it means 1 liter will be there. If we add the water to this one, for example 50 ml of water is added to the solution, obviously the molarity of the solution will be changes after the addition of water. In such cases we are using the another formula after the dilution. So we are using the resultant molarity is equal to, so that is M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. M1 V1 means before addition of water. Before addition of water. This is after addition of water. After addition of water. For example, before addition of water, M1 is the molarity of water, volume of water before dilution. M2 molarity of solution after dilution and volume of the solution after dilution. For example, here, so 1 molarity will be there, that is 1 molarity, volume of the solution is 1 liter means 1000 ml is equal to, after the addition of 50 ml of solution to this one, molarity of the solution is changes, so that we have to calculate M2, how much amount of volume of the solution is added, 50 ml, that is 50. You can calculate the using this one M2, that is the molarity of the solution after dilution. So this is the one more formula to calculate the molarity after the dilution. So one more, molarity of mixture having the same solids like acid and base and base. If you add the acid to the another acid, those will not react. In such cases, how to calculate the molarity? Now we will discuss that. And if you add the base to the base, if you are adding a one base to the another base, those bases will not react each other. In such cases, what is the molarity of the solution? Now we will discuss. The first one is molarity of the mixture, or you can tell that for non-reacting solution having the same solids like acid and acid are base and base. In such cases, how to calculate the molarity? Molarity of resulting solution is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by total volume, that is a V1 plus V2. So now M1 is the molarity of first solution, volume of the first solution, and another substance solutes molarity of another one and volume of the another solute. So total volume of the solute and solvent. This is the formula to calculate the resulting molarity in case of non-reacting solution. So one more is molarity of mixture in for the reacting species, for reacting solutions. Say that is, if acid is added to the base, obviously these will react each other. In such cases, if you want to calculate the molarity, so that you can use the one more formula. So you can take the one more, this is acid and this is base. So molarity of this acid M1 V1, molarity of acid, volume of the acid. M2 is equal to molarity of the base, V2 is equal to volume of the base. So now resulting molarity after the addition of acid to the base or base to the acid, resulting molarity is equal to M1 V1 minus M2 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. This is a very important formula to calculate the resulting molarity of the solution when those are reacting and when those are non-reacting. This is about the molarity. So this is the first chemical method, molarity, we discussed in this video. In next class we will discuss the remaining methods to express the concentration of the solution. So see you in the next video.